What of this question whereby they ask you if you have opened your mother's pot
Yeah,
and dipped your hand?
something like that. Yeah.
When it happened in my group at in secondary school, almost everybody have done that thing.
Yes.
When I was a little boy that time, I even took inside hot soup to pick hot boiling soup to get
Yes, it's true.
inside hot soup. No, that is it.
Yeah.
Hello guys, welcome to the very first episode of the Anonymous Mic, where silence speaks and the world listens. This is not your regular interview. It's not your regular show. Yeah, questions are real, but senders are never known. No name, no face, just raw, unfiltered honesty. Today, we are starting from the roots, with the mind behind the mic. You've heard the concept. It's time to go from talk to fame. Let's get into it. Remember, I am Ugagoyene Kennedy, aka Dr. Ken, the one who built this space for truth to freely live. And today, I will be acting as the guest. We are here to bring a clearer concept of the anonymous mic to you guys. Here are my colleagues, my big supporters, and they will play various roles in this show.
Hello guys. Okay, my name is Okulokbo Jeremiah, popularly known as Jerry Big Doings. So it's an honor to have me here, and I'll be a guest of the show. So we'll be bringing the magic to you.
Hello guys, my name is Abba Christian Chukwemeka, and I'm honored to be here. I'm a co-host for today.
Hello guys, my name is Gwan Henry Chidubem. My friends calls me Henry Malay. I'll be the co-host.
Okay guys, you've heard the introduction. So now we're about to get into it, why we are here today. So I, the mind behind the mic, I will be acting as the guest, and my colleagues acting as the hosts will interview us to get a clearer concept for you guys about the anonymous mic. So let's get into it. So watch, enjoy the show as we start.
All right, thank you very much for this opportunity. So moving straight to the questions. The first question here is, what is this whole anonymous all about?
Who anonymous all about?
Yeah.
Okay, let me brief it. Anonymous is the whole idea of anonymous is like the anonymous you know about. So we don't have two anonymous. Is a platform whereby we take questions. A platform designed by us, our team, the Anonymous Mic, where we get raw questions, secret questions from the public. Senders are not known. So that is where we get the concept of anonymous, the anonymous mic. That is where we get the concept of the word anonymous. Because you are collecting questions privately, just as you know of anonymous games and stuff like that.
So, Mr. Jerry, what can you say about this anonymous mic?
Okay. So, like my colleague have already said, this anonymous mic will be a game changer because the concept, the idea is just mind-blowing. The anonymous mic, most people they have a lot of questions to ask, but they don't they don't want to show themselves. They are afraid of the dragging and the rest. So that is why we come up with this concept for you, for people to express themselves freely. So that's the concept behind the anonymous mic. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the response. Now, over to the next question. What's the coolest thing about letting people stay anonymous? I mean, why can't they just come out and say their mind freely?
Okay. The coolest thing about letting people stay anonymous, in a public situation, the way our system works now, everybody is entitled to position and offices, and you as an individual, let me use a school scenario now. As a student, there are questions you can ask lecturer. There are times and situations whereby you can approach lecturer. Maybe if he's your project supervisor, or even if he's your project supervisor, there is a way you walk into his office. There is a way you see him by the road and stop him. Then if you have no business with him, you have no rights. So talking to some people regards some kind of, you as a person have to get some kind of attributes or qualifications to meet these people. But when it comes to an anonymous setting, you don't care to know who the person is. You just say your mind and the person sees it. So that is it.
Wow. So, but aren't you afraid that due to this privilege, people might end up saying crazy things about others? Because there is liberty to just speak freely. Don't you think that it can lead to like cause to commotion or something?
No, I'm not afraid of that, because as a human, you shouldn't be scared of, when you come to Christianity, they will tell you that as a Christian who prays always, you shouldn't be scared of death. You should be prepared always. Even so as a human, you shouldn't be scared of criticism, of what people are saying about you. They are criticizing. You shouldn't be scared of it. So you coming out for the show in the anonymous mic, you are supposed to be prepared to, to me, is a good thing to know the intention of people towards me. So I see that as a place of peace. When I know how the public sees me, I get their opinion, get their mind. It's good, because they say the friend you know, like the person that can kill you easily is your best friend. So, but when you can get the hearts of people, the mind of people, so this place is just, the anonymous mic is just designed to get the mind, the detail of people, and know if really these people that laughs with you, if they really like you, or the kind of person they see you as. So you shouldn't be embarrassed seeing those things. If the questions are good, if the question are just criticism, you ignore them and move forward. They will motivate you. Why most times these things that are criticizing people are helpful to their lives. So if it's aspect you take correction from, you pick correction from them. So I think it's something that will be helpful to the society at large.
Okay, thank you very much for the response. But then again, what about people that can't handle criticism? Take for example, people that criticism don't sit well with. Don't you think it will affect them in many ways, like depression, mental stability, or stuff like that? And how do you intend to make it known to them that it is necessary for them to be faced with certain criticism?
As the saying goes, that problem, situation make us stronger. So anyone that is not ready to face criticism, anyone that is not ready to face problem, like the person is not ready to shine, you are not ready to shine. No famous person, even if you have active fans that like you, there will be a time whereby they will criticize you. There will be a time whereby they will turn their back at you and you'll be left alone. When you fuck up, they treat your fuck up. So you must be ready for it, and it's a stage of growth. When you pass that stage, when you overcome it, you get to a higher level. So anybody that is scared, I think they will learn from others. Even our big celebrities, I'll be mentioning them, they are, even our footballers, if you fuck up, they treat your fuck up online, like they drag you anyhow, and you will learn from it too. You become stronger, you become more famous. So it has a bad side and it still has a good side. As they are dragging you, you are getting more famous. As people are talking bad at you, you are improving from there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the person have to gain courage.
Okay. It's
Yes.
understandable. It's understandable. So if you had to describe this show with one word, what would it be?
To me, if I'm to describe this show with one word, I would describe it as explosive. Not be like bomb, but this show will blow your mind. So just look forward to the show.
If I'm to describe this show with one word, I would is Judgment Throne. Judgment Throne is not one word though. Okay. I mean Palace. Palace is a place where they finalize decision. Okay. I will just call it the throne. The throne. Just throne. THROWN.
Wow. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So, if you are to answer one embarrassing question about yourself, what would it be? No, you are like to show you are about to show our audience a small cut of the iceberg of what they are to expect. So, if you are to answer an embarrassing question about yourself, what would that question be?
Now you are talking about my own self.
Yes.
The thing there is that I don't know how people sees me really, and I will be happy one day to still be a guest where I will get questions from the public and address them here. So I'm still expecting this kind of setting again. Maybe on a special days, my birthday and the rest. On all these special days. But really I don't know what. I can't think of any. But if you come to the public, like if I'm the one now, if I put myself as the viewers now, as our fans, and I'm to send an anonymous question to someone, like if it's a lecturer, I will say, if it's a lecturer, we students, sometimes when I'm happy when lecturer start telling us about their story, their success story, how they struggled, how they were once like us. And many of the times, I feel like asking more questions, but the class is not meant for that. So even not just me, many people want to know more. Those stories will inspire them, but they are not opportune. It's not a place for that. So we just let the lecturer brief us as he wants and he go. So if a lecturer is coming to this setting now, like there are many things. How you became a lecturer after your youth service, like how you furthered your qualifications, when schooling in your university days, did you have the mind of becoming a lecturer? Some lecturers are calm. Now I'm just focusing on lecturers. Some lecturers are calm in class. They are like very, very calm. They don't, even when the class is making noise, they tolerate. You ask them like, sir, you are very calm. Is it that you are scared of the students, or it's just your own discipline? Like there are many behaviors we are to know. Some lecturers come with their qualifications. They are very harsh. And those harshness, now if you question it, he has reason why he's harsh. Because something must have happened. Why those of them that are calm, like they still have reason, so they still have to tell us. There are many things to know in various settings. Even as a student, there are questions to ask. For everybody, there are many good questions and good story to tell. So I am expecting questions, both their encounter with you. If it's good or bad, you can share it. Good or bad, if it's a story of appreciation, this man is good. I met him so years back and he helped me with this. Like I want to know what motivated him to be this helpful, to do that. Like questions like that, and the person will be very happy to share the story. Then if it's a bad thing too that need to be corrected, the person will honestly and openly agree. And if it's something that needs reconciliation, just tell the fan, okay, I can't remember if this thing really happened, but I apologize. I'm a changed person. I behave better before we do. Like our behavior do change. So that is it.
So on that also, I also think that like the clarification also, let's put it this way, maybe as an artist or something like that, maybe your fans bring up some issues concerning some kind of stuff and the rest, but you know, your fans can just cook up story and the rest of stuff. So you just need the platform to clarify yourself, like to explain. So clarification is also one of those things.
Another question is like,
Okay.
let's take for example, you
Okay.
had the opportunity to be featured in our show, in
Okay.
this show now, and then you are faced with an embarrassing question. Will you be open to it?
Sure, I'm open-minded, so I will
You're
be open to
open-minded,
it. Yeah.
like is going to be personal, it's going to be deep, it's going to be so personal. Will you be willing to share your personal opinions and story to the viewers?
Okay, on that question, I think I would, but okay, it depends on the way I share it with them. So to me, it depends on the way I share it with them, but I would likely give them an idea and give them my own point of view.
Okay, and then do you also think that others, our future guests in this show, will also be okay with sharing their personal information, trying to clarify themselves?
Okay, most of them won't be okay with it, but that is why we have this show. Most of them would be okay with it, but we'll make them feel relaxed and make them feel open to be able to answer those kind of questions. Okay.
Thank you. What do you have to say about this?
Okay, about this, you ask if I'm a guest and an audience
They want to
throws, goes deep and sends an embarrassing question about me.
Yeah.
I won't feel embarrassed though, because that is what I came for. You came to the anonymous mic. So what were you expecting? Sweet stories, testimonies about you? No, not just testimonies. They want to learn. They want to know you more. They want you to like many aspects. So your experience, even if you're a good person, your experience with everybody will not be good. There are people you've hurt. There are people that will say this man is wicked. There are people that will say this guy is very nice. There are some girls that will say this guy is very nice, he's very kind, he's very this. Why there are some will say I hate this guy, he's like he don't used to talk to people. Some will say he's very friendly. So people have different, so you shouldn't be expecting praise from people. So if I receive an embarrassing question, let me use a scenario now. A pastor is here now, and the pastor receive an embarrassing question like, you call yourself a pastor. These are very embarrassing, and you keep moving with young girls. Moving with young girls. We see you with young girls all around, and you call yourself a pastor. How do you cope with it? The pastor shouldn't be scared to defend it. Like, if you are afraid of what people are saying, that means you don't have a matured mind yet. So it's a place whereby you clarify yourself and say, give reasons to your actions.
Hold on a bit. Still on that matter, you know, in a real scenario, like people always dodge questions that are personal to them. And then I see it in such situation where they don't come out and answer those questions. It becomes the aim of the show will end up not being achieved. So in a situation where somebody, a host in a show, is trying to protect some truth, how do you guys go about it to see that what the audience need is being given?
Okay. When the host, that is we now, the anonymous mic now is a platform where we and the public are we are like 5 and 6. So we have no rights, and I don't think it's good for us to cover up a guest or cover things.
Okay, and then what if
So
what if
the guest,
what if the guest decide to like be beating around the bush.
Be beating around the bush. Okay, that is the public will judge, because when you are beating around the bush, people are watching you, people are seeing you. If you are not bold enough, even let me tell you, these questions are being addressed, are being answered with wisdom. So you should be smart enough to know what to say, even if you don't want to give them the full story, or you should be just smart enough to help yourself in any situation, to say something that will help yourself justify who you are. Then if you are beating around the bush, it's less for you and the public. They will see you as that kind of person. So you are here to make your image right and to still boost your own
Reputation.
to improve, to boost your reputation to the public, to improve.
Wow, that is a nice response. So, like, by now, you're supposed to have been thinking about some weird questions that might be featured in the show. Do you have like any in mind? Like the weirdest question you hope somebody asks in your show? Yeah.
So the weirdest question, I really don't have an idea for now. Weirdest question, I think, do you have an idea? No.
Oh, you're supposed to
Okay.
have
Let
something.
me just say, like, someone just came out that it will be accusation. That is just it. Accusation of something. Maybe you stole, or you committed fornication. Just accusation. That is the weirdest.
Henry, do you
You
have
call
like
yourself this and you are not it. You are this. You did this. You did this. You just be like, you are calling me a thief. You are calling me a womanizer in this kind of situation. But the person have to still defend itself.
do you have any weird questions you hope to be featured in the show?
Like the weird question, like people do ask, is like, have you ever take or pick your foot that fall in on the ground when you are in public? Like pick,
Okay. Something like that.
like someone will ask you weird
Will that be
question.
childhood time?
Yes, something like
Okay,
that.
there's this question self. Even adults, there are some kind of setting when you are hungry. You just observe
Yeah,
around there.
yes,
If the
yes.
people around you are people you are
Something
familiar
like
with
that,
too
yeah.
much, you do it. What of this question whereby they ask you if you have opened your mother's pot?
Yeah,
And
okay,
dip your hand.
something like that.
When it happened
yeah.
in my group, I think in secondary school, almost everybody have done that thing. Me, when I was a little boy that time, I even took inside hot soup to pick hot boiling soup to get
Yes, it's true. It's true.
no,
I get to hear more
that
of
is
this.
it, that is it.
Yes,
I've
yes.
dipped inside hot soup to pick fish.
Yeah, something like that. Yes, something like that.
When the soup is boiling, the fish will be coming up and down.
Yes.
So,
Okay. In this show,
yeah.
would you ever let your mom ask you an anonymous question?
My mom.
Yes.
That would be brutal, bro. I'm telling you. I'll allow my mom.
Yes.
I will. Yes, she must participate. Because she will be my supporter.
Yes.
So she will participate. She will still send questions about people she knows. Then if it's my own, I'm finished. She will, and I will answer her questions. Yes. I will answer her questions. Because even your mom, there are things that she might be watching you, but she don't know how to tell you. So even your best friend is seeing you discussing everything with you, but there are still things you don't like. You have not seen a good setting, a good privilege, and a good opportunity to tell you that thing. So sure, this show is really a nice one.
Yes. Thank you for that. So, Big Doings, can you add up to what he said so far?
Okay. I think I agree with what he said.
Yes. On that point.
On that point, I agree with
Yes,
what he said. So if I'm being asked question by my mom, I would definitely answer. So that's for certain.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. My another question goes like this. Okay. If your best friend sent you a question, what do you think they do ask? Like sent you an anonymous question. What do they usually ask? Something like that. Thank you for that.
My best friend sent me an anonymous question. I
Like
can
your
try
best
this,
friend.
yes,
Your best
because
friend.
in 1 or 2 times I've posted an anonymous link on my WhatsApp status, and I know the kind of questions I do get. Most time, we are unmarried. They will be asking, are you single?
Yeah, something like that.
Imagine someone that is your girlfriend now
Yeah. Yes.
entered your anonymous link and asked you, are you single?
Yes.
You forwarded that into your status and reposted that,
Yes.
that yes, I am single. The person will just feel like this guy is a cheat.
Yes. Something like that. It's true. It's true. It's true.
So those are the kind of questions they will be
Okay.
looking for.
So big dreams. That's a short question. All right. Okay. How do you make sure nobody finds out who sent the question?
Yeah, I like this question. Exactly. So this is another aspect of making the building trust with our audience, our viewers. So when during my introduction, I mentioned that there will be no face, just your voice, just your text alone, because silence the world is ready to listen to those silent voices, those ideas, those things you are thinking in your heart. The world is ready to listen to it. And now you can project it out via our link. So the deal there is that when you see our event that Mr. Okoro will be coming to our show, you know Mr. Okoro, you've had personal encounters with him, experiences with him, you know him very well. You just hit the link like other anonymous links. Our website is designed completely for privacy. So therefore, you don't require login. When you hit the link, it doesn't require your name, it doesn't require your email or any details about yourself. Just load the page where you are going to. We don't track your IP. We don't store your cookies to track anything. We don't do tracking. We don't have that time. Our own is to come and post for you. So we don't store IP, we don't track, we don't the sites don't request for your personal information at all. And when you don't request, you can't store it or you don't have it. So they don't know your name, they don't know anything about you. It was a public link that was sent out. It's not a private link customized for you. So it was a public link that you clicked and dropped a message. So we don't have any of your details and we can't track you. So that is it.
Okay, wait.
Please, I have something to say. Based on this thing now, you have spoke about how you will protect your viewers that will send in the questions.
Yes.
Then how then do you intend to protect your host from online bullies? Take for example, this anonymous stuff is not always like very friendly. Take for example, the ones at least I witnessed, the ones we do in classes, like is always massive, like terrible. You understand? And then from your initial explanation, you say something about it is going to be raw, unfiltered. So don't you think that certain question will be like a form of an insult, like or a form of a damage to the host that will bring in? Or like is there a way to see if we can maybe mitigate these things to make sure that both parties are good?
Okay. As I earlier said, a wise man is full of wisdom and will not be scared of words. Now, coming from the public, if you are building your success tree, they will tell you that even your enemy, ignore them. Later, when you've gotten to your victory, when you've gotten your success, when the victory is won, they will join to celebrate you. So we honestly we won't protect anybody. We won't protect anybody because protecting them, we are being unjust. We are being unjust. So, and I see all those used a word like destroying the image of someone, right?
Yes.
So if a harsh word is not harsh, there was a word you used. If those questions, if an embarrassing question comes to someone that is trying to build his reputation, the person now is that embarrassing question is the main deal that will build you up. If there is no embarrassing question, like it won't cause people's reaction. But the way you address that embarrassing question will make people to say, yes, this man, I respect this man.
Okay.
So no matter what they say, out of nonsense, you create sense there. When they send nonsense, you give them sense.
Yeah.
So that is it.
Okay, I get where you're coming from, to be honest. But then you know that in still on this matter, there are, let's take for example, maybe we are hosting a future SUG president,
Yes.
a candidate contesting an SUG election.
Yes.
We are hosting, and then certain questions that is meant to jeopardize him comes up. And mind you, like when it comes to politics, they play dirty games.
Yes.
And then again, is not only will the question jeopardize him, that question has always been in existence. Like people had such thought about him, or it might be like a fact about the person in the past, and then they purposely brought it up to the anonymous to see his reactions and bring him down with those kind of questions. Is from your own perspective, will there be privileges to protect certain people that are vulnerable to those kind of situation, or would there be no privilege? Mind you, it happened maybe in the past. It happened, but the person, there's possibility that the present and the past, he's no longer in his past, he has changed, but
Yes, I get your
something
point.
has happened in the past and
I
they
get
bring
your
it
point.
up in the show. So
Yeah,
how is
exactly.
it going to be?
I get your point. So on that scenario, this life, some things will favor you.
Okay.
They say one of my guys said this one time, we tell you that what you believe go favor you. So me, let me take myself now. If I'm aspiring for the position of the SUG president and I decide to go for the anonymous mic show to build my reputation, to make people know about me, so that when they hear my name, they will say, this guy, I trust this guy, I know this guy, I sabi am, he don go this show. So you should be ready, because you too, you should know that this thing might favor you, it might not favor you. So it might be a stepping stone. Nobody can predict.
So there is no guarantee.
There is no guarantee. So you have to be prepared. And is your risk. What we know is from talk to fame, from shadow to spotlight. That is our aim. There is no guarantee. So you will be prepared.
Okay, thank you for that answer. Thank you for that answer.
And I like the idea of you bringing the idea of that kind of host. So, and we will be living towards that, to interview those kind of persons some days.
Okay. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Okay. So I'll continue where I stopped. Okay. All right. What is the hardest part about running a show like this? Like, what is the hardest part?
Hardest part of running a show like this?
Yes. Yeah.
Hardest part of running a show like this?
Like,
I
okay,
get
you
your
my question.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
I got your question. So the hardest part is
Financial.
one. Does this really require finance? The hardest part is getting a guest, getting the guest, making the guest see sense in what you are doing,
Yes,
and making
yes,
them
yes.
agree to come. So I
Okay.
see that as the hardest part, and that is on our own effort to publicize it, to make them see sense in what we are doing, give them better understanding of
Yeah.
the aim and the goal behind this. Because really, there will be people that will still criticize us. All shows, everybody have supporters and enemies. There are people that will criticize you that this thing is not good, is bad. So it's for us to make them see sense and make them willing to come, anticipating to come when they see sense in it. So I see that as the problem. And
Okay.
we try our best to make them know.
Okay, as you say, as you said
Yes.
earlier, balancing the raw
Yes.
honest. Yes, it's
Yes.
true.
So
It's
we are
true.
not afraid of criticism too.
Okay, it's true. Did you get to see the question before the guest does?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay.
The site, the senders don't see questions that others have already sent. They just send their own question and leave. While on our admin page, that is only where we can see the questions. But we don't know, we can't see the senders. We just see the
Okay.
questions only.
Okay, like no face.
Yes.
Yes, as you said
Then
earlier.
on our admin portal, the senders of the question can't access it. It's just for us. So we get to see the questions because we are the one that will ask the guest.
Okay, like Jerry, the big dreams. Are you in support of what he said? Okay, okay. Thank you for the answers.
Thank you very, very much. So
One day, this is a school setting. One day we will be expecting to even invite the VC to our show. Like I'm telling you, bro. Yes, one day we will be expected to invite even VC. It's a dream. Yeah, and with time too, we go higher, higher. One day, and presidency, everything is possible with God.
Yes, just matter of
Imagine one day the president just tested you that he's coming to your show, that you should prepare for him. I will be so happy to publicize it. So that is it.
okay, so now still on the show part.
Yes.
So is there a possibility of like people allowing people to submit questions while the show is ongoing? Like for example,
Yes. With time, we hope we grow to, but that one, when the show is going on, with time we'll be projecting on YouTube like live, and people will be watching the show live, still making their comments. But remember, when you are watching live from any social media, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or anywhere, your comments are seen with your name. So, but although most people are using fake identity there, but on our website there will be someone that will be operating it there too. So if you want to still drop an anonymous question why the show is ongoing, you can drop. If there is time, we will attend to it.
time to question. But don't you think it will? First of all, I'll ask this question: is the guest meant to see the question before he comes into the show?
No,
He's not.
no, it's not.
No. That is a suicide mission.
I'm telling you, that's why we are building a unique brand, first of its kind.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, then over to the next question. You know, you made mention of the president
Yeah.
wanting to join the show.
Yes.
So, who is your dream guest?
My dream guest
Mhm.
for now is the VC.
Wow. Okay. So, like, you know, as the show grows,
Yes.
you know, a lot of people will want to participate,
I'm telling
and
you.
likewise, a lot of questions.
Yes.
There will be numerous questions.
Yes.
So now, based on those questions, now, how do you go about selection of the question to ask the host? Because there won't be plenty of times to go through the
All the questions.
hundreds of
Okay,
questions.
yes,
So
yes.
here is what I think. Do you would you like allow the audience to vote for the most important questions, or do you like have any other idea on how to go about the selection of the important relevant questions to ask the
I've
guests?
never come to consider that, but this is a very good question
Mm.
because question will really be surplus. But I think most questions are, even you know these questions are irrelevant. So as hosts, I think we have the power to make selection and drop those questions that we see that are related or irrelevant. Most questions like are really will really be like just greeting high for me. That someone might just hit the link and say, ah, that person na my guy, na my Rigi be that. Finish. Will you you might just say, sir, people are really hailing you. They are saying you're a nice person. So we have covered those parts. Uh-huh. That is it.
Okay, so over to the next question, please.
Yes.
Now, you know, every show has their rules and regulations.
Yes.
The things that abide the show. So, what are the things that you would not want an audience or a host to do in your show?
Okay. The major thing is to react. You can react to when answering question like what? Those demonstrations are necessary. But when it comes to fighting or fighting the host or our team for asking you the question, be sensible enough to know that this is a public setting and is in an official setting. So you have to be responsible and address matters with wisdom. So no matter what you see, no fighting. Don't fight me. Don't fight anybody. Just take things as you see them. Act responsibly to build your reputation. Our aim is to take you from shadow to spotlight.
And if it
So-
goes wrong, it's still a spotlight.
If it goes wrong, he's still a spotlight, bro.
Move from one position to
I'm telling you.
So, still on that case though, because anything can happen. You know,
Yes.
like there are people with like maybe questionable characters, and there are people you might not notice on time until they come to the show.
Yes.
So, in case something like that, we don't pray for it, but in case like a guest get offended with the questions and decide to fight.
No. We know what to calm the guests down. We mix it.
Like what?
It's not bad when a guest behaves. Everybody don't have this self-control. So when the guest is behaving too rascal, we can talk sense into the person, sir or madam. You have to understand this. Calm down and tell them as if you are talking, as if your children ask you question, a bad question, and you are correcting them. So even if it was a mistake that you made, tell them the right thing. Tell them that, okay, I was almost, but God saved me.
If I may ask,
Yes.
what is one thing that makes you nervous about this show?
One thing that make me nervous, okay, the major thing is confidence, and that is what I'm beating now. The courage to come out and face the camera, just like this. That is one major fear. One blogger I do watch, one of my favorite blogger, will tell us that thing they motivate you to face camera. When camera don't face you, all those courage, all of them go die. And it's really true. Like you think you are very beautiful, you are handsome, this, that, but it's just the courage. Just come out. The world will listen to you, the world will hear you. Then another thing is the courage to continue, the motivation to keep going. Not when we release up to 10 episodes, then we stop. No. Whether good or bad, we go. Whether criticism or the fans are supporting us, we keep going. So that is it.
All right. So the next question is, where do you see this show in a year time?
This, based on our brand, this is very unique. I've said this before, the first of its kind.
Okay.
Most show I do watch, I don't even understand the aim. the major aim. But I believe our fans now understand us, our purpose. And since they know the purpose, we expect they participate. So I see this show in a year time as something that every our fans will be anticipating for our next video. Our fans will be suggesting for us who next to interview. Like the interview will be competition. The show there will be competition of who to interview. Everybody will want to go from shadow to spotlight with us. I'm telling you.
Ever let the audience vote on which question gets asked?
No. No. Yeah, I think we have no. We will not allow them.
Okay, you not allow them.
Yeah, we the host, we have right to manage questions ourselves.
All right. Okay. Do you think people will actually be more honest when they are anonymous?
Yes. Yes and no. These people, even on anonymous setting, people lie. Back in the days, our class group, where they post anonymous link, somebody will come out and just to frame it, they will say Henry is the ugliest person in the class. just to make you feel bad, they will just come out, tell you something bad, like things that will make you feel bad. But those things might not be true. But it's just how you manage them and how you respond to the
Okay.
thing. So those things don't really matter.
But it's a double-edged sword though. If the guess is not too good,
Yes,
Yes.
You need to have the wisdom on how to respond to questions.
Yes.
There was something you asked, really. Your question, straight to the point, was if there will be truth in an anonymous.
Anonymous.
Even on physical setting, really face to face, people they lie. Like
It's true.
face to face, even with evidence.
People can lie. Yeah. It's
Like so, if they lie, you now gain the courage, calm down, don't be on pressure, don't panic, address them, talk sense into them. That sense is what will make the public to cheer you up and say, he's a man of wisdom. That will make them to
okay.
see you as the person you are trying to expose yourself as.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the answer.
so one more question. Just like what you said, consistency is the key.
Exactly.
Just like every other blogger, nobody wants his or her show to flop.
Carry
You
last.
understand? Yes. Everybody wants to be in the spotlight. So
Telling you.
how will you ensure that this show wouldn't flop?
Okay. First of all, we have our team and we'll be active. We promise you guys to be active every week and we encourage you to participate. You that have seen us, you that have watched us, be active with us. When we post, the guest, we encourage you to participate. We don't want to lack questions in this show. Participate. Be our fan and the blessing will reach you one day. The blessing will reach you one day, yes.
So are they expecting any
Sure. When we know our fan that this person is our big fan, give away, bro.
wow.
Like blessings follow you. I'm telling you, and nobody knows. Tomorrow, we can come out from you from anywhere. Anybody can be a blessing to your life. So help others and your help too will come. So that is it.
All right, thank you very much for that response. And then here comes the last but not the least question. Yeah. So, what is your number one reason people should tune in every day, every week to your channel? What reason should they be engaged to your channel every week?
Okay. My channel is a place not just for entertainment. We share life story, life lessons. Like is a place of truth. Most things people watch, they don't gain anything. Most things people watch are staged and just planned events. Script something, but our own, we are no script. So I think is a place of learning experience and everything, every wisdom one needs to grow.
So to me, this show will be like where truth and entertainment meet, because and people will be more open, no faking. Everybody will be able to express themselves freely. And I think in the aspect of the guest also has a lot to gain, because this show opens some kind of things you are not considering before. Like it opens them up to you. It also gives you the public opinion of you ahead. So you get to build yourself from this show. So I think this show is very beneficial to both the viewers and the host.
I think there was someone I met in school one day. I became friends with that lady instantly because I watched her in a show. And not just me, in that vehicle, we're in a vehicle together. And not just me, people like two people recognize that, two people who have watched that show. So imagine you've been to a show before where they liked you and a bike man who have watched that show and he liked the way you acted, he liked you in person. So he now seeing you on the road trekking, he might just be like, was this not the young man I watched on that show? You might just stop to really confirm. You are now a star. So, young man, where are you heading to? And he just decided to lift you. From there, we ask you, are you the person that was in that show? You say yes. Ah, guy. And I don't dey gist too. From there, you've known him. You'll be getting favor both from man.
Thank you very much for that response. So we are coming to the end of the show. Mr. Jerry, what are your final thoughts?
Okay, he has something to say. Yes.
Okay. Like if this show would ever have like a theme song, what do you like it to be like?
Same song.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have an idea of that for now.
Okay, for now.
Yes.
All right.
So guys, we have come to the end of the show. What are your final thoughts to our viewers?
Okay. So I will encourage the viewers to like, subscribe, and also follow for more interesting content.
Remember, this isn't just a mic. It's a space for the unheard voice to be heard. It's a place of truth. It's a place of judgment. It's a throne. It's a place where the silent speak and the word listen. So once again, I appreciate you for watching till this point. This is the beginning. Every question you ask will remain anonymous. And our guest, our future guest, I encourage you to be honest. To be honest, yes. Be honest. And our viewers, try to participate in our show, anticipate to be our guest, and enjoy the fame from shadow to spotlight. Because here at the anonymous mic, the silence has a voice and the world is ready to listen. So at this point, we appreciate you. If you have not liked, make sure you like and share, subscribe, or